Hi, I think we're live. There's still a little whirling circle in the corner, so I can't be 100% sure. But I'm just going to go for it as if we are live, because I think we might be. So welcome, everyone, to the very slick start of this anti-anxiety live. You'll know that this group is all about taking positive action to bring yourself and to support yourself with anxiety. This week we're talking to Lana Walker from Body&Mind Holistics, all about how massage can do that. And we're so lucky because Lana is going to take us through a lovely massage as well. Hi Dawn, it's nice to have you here. I hope you're ready for a massage as well. So without any further ado, welcome to Lana. She's on the screen already. Lana,
thank you.
Tell us a little bit. First off, tell us a little bit about what you do.
Well, thank you, Caroline. Thank you for having me here. And it's great to be able to share massage online. First of all, it sounds like it could be really weird, but it's so effective. And everyone's going to have a lovely treatment tonight. And massage is so wonderful. I'm a holistic massage therapist, which means when I'm massaging, I'm listening to the body. What's going on? How can I help that client? Compared to when you have a set routine and you go through massaging the bits of the body. So it's all about listening. What does the client need? So it's all very much client-based. Saying that tonight because I can't touch. It will be a lovely routine, but it's designed to really help for stress and tension and anxiety.
So we're all about
massage.
Oh, I think you were going to answer the question I was going to ask. There is a little bit of a lag, so if we're a bit off, just excuse us. So, Lana, tell us how massage supports anxiety.
Yeah, massage is fantastic for anxiety because what it does, it works on a real physical level to basically, without going into technical terms, it gets what's called the parasympathetic nervous system. It gets that going. And what that means is it allows the body's natural systems to start getting rebalanced and start going away from the stress position, which people might know as fright or flight, or there's the tiger in the room. It allows your bodies, or your hormonal systems, your breathing, your heart, all the systems of the body start calming down and coming together and getting to a neutral state in the way that they're meant to be. So it's allowing the body to then start to heal, start to regenerate, start losing that tension, that anxiety, because the anxiety is, a reaction to things that are going on. So massage is really good for just bringing all that down. And it also works by getting the blood moving through the system and the blood oxygen and the nutrients. So that's why breathing is always really good for massage, and why I start my massage with lovely deep breathing as well. So all those things physically help your physical body, but they also allow your nervous system and your mind to start calming down.
Yeah, I mean, switching from getting your body out of the sympathetic nervous system, that's the fight flight mode, into the sympathetic, the rest and repair mode, is really what most techniques to deal with anxiety are aiming to do. So when you're dealing with your breathing, when we're talking about exercise, when you're doing meditation, or when you're doing hypnosis or energy healing or massage, that's really what we're aiming to do, is to bring the body's nervous system out of that stress mode, because it causes all kinds of problems if it's a prolonged state, and bring it back into the rest and repair mode so it can go about fixing itself. And that's why you often find that, say you'll have experienced this as well, after a massage, for example, or when you're on holiday, you've worked really, 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 really hard, and then you have 2 weeks holiday, you're like, oh, and then I've got sick. And that's because your body flips into the rest and repair mode. And you would think that's when you would feel great, but sometimes your body needs to repair, and so you feel a bit rotten to begin with. Can that be the case?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And even during massage, a lot of people start thinking, oh, really sorry, my tummy's rumbling. And that is part of the rest and digest, rest and repair. It's exactly the same thing, that your body is out of that stress mode, doing what it needs to do to start digesting. So if you're really stressed, you think, oh, my food sits really heavily on my stomach, because you're literally not digesting and you can't take all the nutrients. So again, you're getting tired. You might not be sleeping well. There's so many related matters that work for the body and the mind. So to have a massage and then start literally gurgling while people are lying on the massage couch, that is wonderful to hear, because it means the body has physically changed into that, we call it rest and digest, but rest and repair, just getting to that neutral level. Yeah.
Yeah, back in the day when we were allowed to go out and have massages, I used to be absolutely mortified when my tummy would rumble, but I didn't, I just wish they'd told me before that they would be delighted for that to happen.
Yes, it's brilliant, because it means even if you as a massage therapist, you can tell when your client is relaxing. And I mean, people can start, sleeping, snoring, breathing heavily. All of that is fantastic, and it's all natural. So people shouldn't be embarrassed about, oh, did I snort in my massage or snore? This is really good, and your body needs it. So you're investing in your body. Get as much out of it as possible, and yeah, enjoy those tummy rumbling noises. So I always tell my clients, please, go with it. Know that it's doing you really good, actually.
So, Lana, before we get started on the massage, I did put out what we needed to prepare, but if you can go over for us what we need, and then we can get everything set up. Hopefully, if you're going to do this along with us, you've brought stuff with you. If not, you can watch it on replay and you can enjoy it again and again.
Fantastic, thank you. So the first thing is just to get some oil, and I mean, you can use anything. You do not have to buy any fancy massage oil, although if you've got it, absolutely use it, because it'll smell lovely. You can literally use olive oil, coconut, anything that's vegetable based, and we just want a lovely glide on the skin. We put it in a dish just for the online massage, so that you're literally dipping your hands in rather than pouring the oil out on your lap or your laptop. You don't want to do that. I've asked that you get a paper towel. Just if you get too much oil on your hands, you can dab your hands, because it might take a couple of goes before you work out how much oil, because you really want to have a good slide, but then you want a bit of grip as well. So we can use that throughout. And then a lovely glass of water, because we always like to stay hydrated after the massage. So we finish that. Yeah, that's lovely. Yes, sipping water is wonderful. And I've asked for people to have either a vest or just a loose fitting t-shirt, literally so you can get your hands under your fabric there. And I've taken out earrings. I've removed all jewelry. Leave wedding rings on if you need to. And Caroline and I were just talking about having hair out, and that's just so we can literally get our hands in for the Indian head scalp massage. Yeah. So that's it. If everyone's got that, fantastic. If you haven't got the oil, it's worth just running out now and getting the oil, because if you do it without oil, you will drag the skin and it won't have any benefit.
So we'll give everyone just a second to go grab the oil. And while they're doing that, I'm just going to share a little bit about the conversation we were having before we started. So before we went live, me and Lana were talking about our grey hair, because mine, you can't see it on the camera, luckily, mine's been peeking through, and I would say it's my silver lining that's just got too much to stay in and it's spilling out the top. And we were talking about laughter lines and how they're called. We'll call them lifelines from now on. They just show you.
Yes, that people
have a light full of laughing.
Yeah, from crow's feet. I've never used the word crow's feet, but laugh lines. And then it was like, why not? This is my life. This is my life from smiling, you know, and it's like, yeah, I'm going to embrace that now. Silver hair, embrace the lifelines. And, you know, I used to be concerned about what people thought, but now, you know, we all are aging. It's just a numbers game. And I'm not going to worry now about what other people think about me and my smile lines.
No, let's just enjoy them.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right, shall we get
so
on with the main event? Let's get this massage going. I've got my oil.
Fantastic.
I've got my towel. My hair is down. My t-shirt is loose. I'm ready to go.
Brilliant. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, it'll be another minute or so before we get the oil on. I'm just literally going to double check that everyone is watching, and yourself included, Caroline, that no one is suffering from a spinal injury. You're not having a fever. You're not feeling unwell. You haven't got any viral illness, whether it's COVID or otherwise. You're not recovering from surgery, major or minor, in the last 6 weeks. You haven't had a recent shock, and you're not under the influence of recreational drugs or alcohol, so no drinky poos. Lovely, fantastic. If you have low or high blood pressure, just be quite gentle with the massage. It is going to be a very gentle, relaxing massage, but just be aware of the pressure. If you have epilepsy, you might want to be careful of when we're slapping our forehead, just do it really gently. Yeah, and again, you'll be aware of the pressure that you're going to be putting on your own skin. Yeah. So what I'd like to do now is just calm all this talking down. Like we were talking before, we want to calm the system. So even if you feel comfortable closing your eyes for this introduction, what we're going to do is just do some gentle breathing. So you might want to put one hand on your heart, one hand, and just start taking some lovely breaths. They don't have to be deep, it can be how you normally breathe. But if you can breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, just keep doing that for a few more breaths. Just going to calm everything down. And we're going to think about breathing in lots of lovely calming energy, and breathing out what we don't want anymore. Breathing in the good stuff and letting go of what we don't need. So we'll have one more breath, and out. And now I invite you to open your eyes. And now we're going to take the oil. So you just want to get some oil on your hands. I'm just literally letting my fingers play in the bowl. I'm putting the oil on my hands, so palm and fingers. I'm going putting the oil on the sides as well, because we want to get a nice glide. So once you've got that oil there, if it's got a nice smell, you even might want to inhale it and see if that's a nice sensory experience. What we're going to do now is just start placing one hand on the opposite side. That's it. Just start really just very gently, you know, without lifting too much, just going, we're just starting to get used to your skin touching your hand, your hands touching your skin. Okay, so this is very gentle. We always start very gently in massage. And I'm just going to go to the other side now. So from the back, it looks like this, just very gentle, not really looking for anything at the moment. Just getting the oil warmed up on the skin, just getting used to it. Now we're going to come back. This time we're going to go a bit harder. And this time I'm using all my fingers to go around. I'm creating a big circle. And you could also change the direction. And can you start to feel if there's any knots or tension or tightness there? This is, yeah, when you can feel it. Okay, lovely. And now we'll go to the second side. Again, it's a nice big sweep now that we've done our warm up. So it's literally putting a nice bit of pressure, but without digging too deep. So we're still just sweeping around. If my internet freezes just keep doing what you're doing and we'll be able to come back. What you're going to do now is take 2 or 3 fingers and start really finding where those knots are. Just have a quick identify, and rather than pressing in on a knot, just start going round the knot. If you imagine the knot or the tightness as something that you can feel is there, start massaging around it in a big spiral and then start coming in. So we don't want to go directly on the knot. We want to start going around and softening all that tissue so that the knot eventually gets softer. That's what will happen. Yes, and go on both sides, that's great. Now, if you've had years or a long time, months of stress and anxiety, you'll have a lot of knots that, you know, a short massage like this isn't necessarily going to get rid of, but you'll be able to feel the difference. And this is so soothing, and you're getting blood and oxygen into your muscles, which is going to help. Now, what we're going to do now is do something a little bit different. You're going to take a very loose fist, so I've got no tension, yeah, and you're just literally going to rub. I'm rubbing with this part of my fingers, so between the fingernail and the first knuckle, literally rubbing on the shoulder muscle like that. And you'll feel it get very warm. And now start massaging again. Yeah, you got that, and that's all the blood getting into your muscles. So now I'm using just 3 fingers to start massaging. And can you feel the heat of that? Is it changing the texture? Yeah, making it easier to massage. Tight muscles love warmth and heat. Yeah. So we're going to do that on the other side. So again, and we're using that flat bit between the fingernail and the first joint, and you start rubbing like there. If your massaging arm gets sore, you can always support it with your other arm. Yeah. And so now, again, take 3 fingers, just start massaging and just feeling that wonderful texture of your muscles, knowing that you're getting the blood, the nutrients, the oxygen, and this is all helping to calm your nervous system down. That's wonderful.
Yeah, I can really feel that's not as tense as it was.
Yeah, getting that heat in there, it's lovely. What we're going to do now is something a little bit different. You're going to put your arms up and take them to the back, and you're going to grab this muscle here. You're going to pull your arms forward. So you just go as far as you can and then start pulling through. Keep your hands behind your neck. Bring your hands down to your collarbone. Keep your skin in contact. Then put your hands in a prayer shape so that you can take your hands back. That's it. Lovely, Caroline. And just drag your fingers through those muscles. Now, can you feel, Caroline, can you feel your muscles when you're using that technique? You feel the difference because your muscle fibers are running horizontally and you're pulling your fingers up vertically. So you're creating space, allowing the tension to start relieving and making some space. So that's a really good one. Now we're going to go back to just the first movement we did, just calming this shoulder muscle down. So just as much or as little pressure as you need. Just looking after the muscle and just feeling the difference to when we started. And then the other side, and that's brilliant. It's a nice calming stroke. What we're going to do now is massage the neck. So what I'd like you to do is take, again, a really loose fist like you're holding a raw egg, and you're going to put your knuckles up under your ears. So just under the ears, and literally you're going to just draw your fingers and your hands down your neck really slowly like you're letting gravity take your fingers down. And they'll probably want to come up about here. And yeah, going back to the start. So knuckles under the ears. Just come down. Again, you're starting to get a bit of space in those neck muscles, which can be very tight. We'll do it one more time. And just going down really slowly, letting gravity pull things down. Brilliant. Now take your hand so that you've got your palm to the front and your thumb underneath. And you're going to grab your own neck. So to show you what I'm doing, you're literally grabbing your own neck, like you're a scruff of the animal, and just literally start squeezing your neck while you bend forward. So you're going to bend from the chin while squeezing your neck. And then lift up again, come back, and start and squeeze while you move forward. You'll start to feel a lovely sensation.
Is it a steady squeeze or a pump squeeze?
A slow, steady squeeze. So if you can imagine, I'm squeezing as I pull my chin down. Can you feel that you're starting to squeeze those muscles at the back? Yeah, that's brilliant. And then after this one, when you come back, swap hands so that you're getting the muscles on the different side of the neck involved, and it's literally just squeeze and down. Just keep doing that. It's a really lovely one. And the reason this feels so good is that at the top of the neck, we have lots of muscles that are vertical. And this time we're running them horizontally. So again, we're breaking up the tension, breaking up the space, allowing the muscles to start getting some love and changing the shape. A lot of times people are forward, whether that's laptop or posture. So just allowing things to soften really helps in getting things aligned again. Now, what we're going to do now is I'm going to get some more oil on my fingers, and we're going to put 3 fingers behind our neck here. So I'm literally massaging, not on the spine, but next to the spine. And I'm just, yeah, exactly like you're doing, Caroline, just nice circles like that, just warming, allowing those muscles to get some love. So we've opened up the space between the muscle fibers, and now just allowing them to have some massage, to start relaxing, lengthening, getting rid of that tension. What I'd like you to do now is take your fingers in a very splayed, firm stance, and you're going to put your fingers up on the top of your neck. I'll turn around so you can see. You're putting your fingers here and here, and so you'll feel like there's natural finger holds. So my hands end up like that. Now, have you got the little, like almost divots there? Yeah. So now start making really small, firm movements, really tiny, really firm. Just want to start getting that skin moving. And when you move that skin, you're moving all the tissues underneath. You start to get blood, and the oxygen and the nutrients in. That's absolutely brilliant. And when you can feel that that's really having a nice effect.
For me, I think. I get a lot of headaches.
Well, we store a lot.
I think this one's the one.
Yeah, absolutely. No. And then make those circles a bit bigger. Now that you've discovered how good that is, make it a bit bigger. Start moving your hands up. Yeah. And so next time someone has a headache, maybe start with a little massage like this first and see if that helps the tension go away. Do that. What we're going to do now is a bit of more of the scalp massage. So start moving further up your scalp and just place your hands where it feels nice. So yes, you can move your hands through your hair. And again, we're just moving really tightly, firmly, really making sure your fingers and your finger pads are on the skin. So I'm not moving the hair, we're moving the skin. And then move your fingers around, that's lovely. And now that you're getting the hang of this, you might want to even close your eyes and see, how does that feel? Is it a different sensory experience? And what would it feel like if you put your non-dominant hand at the front and made it the dominant hand for a moment? How does that feel? That's uncomfortable. Come back to a normal stance. And now see if you can put your hands where you don't normally put them when you're washing your hair. So again, you're trying something new, something different, but really getting that skin moved. Now you can do this as much as you like after this Facebook Live. This is really good, and you don't need oil for this because you've got the natural oil of your hair. But what we're going to do now is start going a bit more vigorously. So now it is like shampooing your hair. And see if you can really move your, just showing you, that's it, Caroline, wonderful, wonderful. And move around, go back underneath, wonderful. And then really start going, so I'm going like this with my fingers, and you can go up, that's it. So
I cannot go up, I've got too much hair to go up.
Okay, so just go here. But what we're going to do now is start calming everything down. So just bring your fingers round and to the back of your neck. Keep your fingers in contact with your skin. Come off at your collarbones. Come off at the front. Put your hands like that. Bring them back again like you're putting your hair in a ponytail. Slide your hands down the back of the neck. Keep your hands in contact with your skin. There. We're going to do one more. Soothing. There. What we're going to do now is just literally just smooth your hands up your face, the side of your face. And we just want to start massaging around the eyebrows. So if you want to put your fingers literally on your eyebrows and just start making big circles, as big as you can make them. We're just starting to move those muscles. These muscles hold a lot of tension. So again, if you're feeling stressed at any time, this is a lovely move to do. And if you're feeling anxious, having that,
they do this quite they touch these places quite naturally when they feel stressed, but doing it with this kind of intention makes all the difference.
Yeah. And if you're feeling anxious, having something to touch and focus on is really good as well, because that's taking your mind, your conscious mind, away from what is perhaps making the anxiety or contributing to it, and being able to do something else. You can always come down to the sides of the eyes as well. That's a really nice one. Yeah. Use as many fingers as you need to. Yeah. And what's lovely is also putting your fingers under your eyes, so right under the sockets here, and then just making little circles around the eyes. Go as slowly as you like. What's that like if you go slower? And if you close your eyes, just having touch, but in a completely different way. Just slowing everything down. And now to finish, I ask that you just start trailing your hands down your face really, really lightly. We don't massage downwards, but this is just like a real little trail. Then bring your hands down over your heart. Close your eyes. And we're just going to sit comfortably with how we feel now. So start that lovely breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Just continue breathing at your own pace, and just think about, is there anything from the past that you'd like to let go of? Would you like to enjoy the present moment as you breathe in and out? Off so that you can make room for the future. Breathing in, breathing out. Now I invite you to slowly open your eyes back in the room, and I say thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. And now I'll have our glass of water. And if everyone can make sure they finish this glass of water by tonight, that would be lovely. Stay hydrated over the next 2 days. And massage produces a healing reaction, which is what you were talking about before, Carolina. When you go on holiday, your body goes, ah. So after a massage, sometimes you feel sleepy or weepy. You might feel tired, might go to the toilet more. It's all your body saying, actually, this is what I need to do now. So just go with it. If anyone's got any concerns or queries about their reaction, they can get in contact with me. I know you're going to talk about my website is bodyandmindholistics.co.uk. So all my contact details are on there if anyone wants to talk about how they feel after the massage. But as I said, going to the loo more sleepy or weepy, it's all natural. It's the healing response. Right. So Caroline, how are you feeling?
Oh, I feel great. I feel really chilled, and I'm gonna wrap this up quite quickly so I can go and put my pajamas on and get into bed. So yes, Lana, that was fantastic. And Lana's going to put her contact details in the comments underneath this video. So if you need to get in touch with her, or if you want further information, or if you want a full session like this, get in contact with her and she will arrange that with you. So Lana, thank you so much. That was fantastic. I'm just going to tell you very briefly about next week. Next week we're moving to Tuesday night. You don't really need to know, but it's because I've started a degree and the tutorial sessions are on a Monday night. Isn't that typical? So we'll be on Tuesday night at 7. And next week we're talking to Kath Tate from the Hypnotates, and she runs the Grief Bubble Facebook group, and she's going to come and talk to us about dealing with anxiety during grief, and how grief and anxiety often get mixed in together, and she's got some really good ways of dealing with that. So I will see you next Tuesday at 7. Any questions for Lana, just let her know. Pop them in the comments. She'll keep an eye on this thread. And any questions for me, or if you need anything, get in touch anytime. I'll see you again soon.